Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It is May 31st. It's the last day of May. I'm having my coffee. My husband is not home. He's at his rehab center. And we're going to continue stroke care. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel and have never viewed any of the older channels, my husband had a stroke on February 12th of this year, so that was almost 4 months ago. And the first 6 months of a stroke are very, very important to get them the help and resources that they need to recover from the stroke. If you don't do that within the first 6 months of a stroke happening, usually what happens is the brain just will not repair itself and they will stay the way that they currently are post-stroke. Now, that's not saying that they can't get better. It's just going to take them a lot longer, and sometimes it's not reversible to get any of these stuff back. So my husband has been going 3 times per week for occupational, physical, and speech therapies. Now, when he was initially brought home from the hospital, home health care set all of that up, and he had home health care, meaning a team of therapists came to the house, worked with him as an individual. Now he's going to a rehab center, and he's been doing the rehab center for about 3 weeks now. And that is actually going to be coming to a close on the 7th, and I think my husband said July 7th. I'll have to make sure it's not June 7th, because sometimes he gets dates mixed up, but it is coming up. So, let's dive into that and talk more about what happens when they have run out of their benefits and therapies have come to an end. Well, the good news is my husband does not need any more physical therapy. He is able to walk and has been since he had the stroke. He did not lose the ability to walk. He did lose some of the finer points of balance and stuff, and therapy has done immensely for that. So, physical therapy has given him a list of exercises he can do in the house, and we are going to start putting those in a book so that my husband has those and can continue doing that in the home himself. It's also very important, and I know I'm jumping around on the subject a little bit, is to make sure you talk to whatever facility or whatever rehab center that they're in. Now, when my husband went in for his initial evaluation, I went with, and I stayed the entire 3 hours that he was there with him, picking up everything, talking to the therapist, getting on the same page. And that's very important if you're the health care provider or support system for that patient, or you're their advocate. And in his case, I am the spouse, so I needed to be in the loop. So, we're all on the same page. My husband just completed physical therapy. They're not going to work with him even at the rehab center anymore. Now he's going to have speech and occupational. Now, occupational will be coming to a close probably in the next maybe 3 or 4 more sessions with him. He is doing much better. He is not needing to use the round things. We did talk about what these are for a stroke person. They're grippers. And he has not been using this all that often anymore. He is now able to actually grip a knife and a fork and a spoon, and has slowly transitioned himself to using that so he's able to eat. So that is progress. Speech-wise, he is getting much better. He actually can get through mostly of a conversation if he slows down. Now, what does that mean? That means that he can no longer do what I'm doing right now with you, where I'm talking in my normal voice and I'm able to get my words done. he has to talk more like this. Meaning, if you just watch that little segment that I just did, is I slowed down my speech. The reason he has to do that is his brain is still forming the new pathways to get around the area that he had the stroke. Now, I had said that his stroke affected the right side of his face, which is this side. I kind of look angled, but this is my right side. So his stroke was on the left side. This is the part of the brain that is trying to get the pathways around the damaged area. And that's going to take time. Now, as he gets more confidence, he'll be able to slowly start to have conversations again. Am I going to put him back on camera? I don't know. I was thinking last night of maybe talking to him and maybe doing a question and answer from his perspective, since he's the one that had the stroke. But I'm not going to rush him into something that he's not ready for. And again, I am working with both the speech and the occupational. He's bringing stuff into the house so that we have stuff that we can continue to work with. Right now it's rhyming words, and it's looking at pages. He has a printout of almost a book, and he will read while I follow along. And if he gets to a word that he will not be able to say, I break it down into syllables so that he can pronounce it, and he gets a chance to actually say the word and then practice that word with them. And that's very important for people that have had strokes, just to get the brain going, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So those are things that are ongoing for him, and he will continue on. He will not be fully recovered by the time he ends rehab. I can guarantee that, and I can guarantee that most people that have had strokes, unless they have what they call a mini or a micro stroke, and those are very, very, very small strokes, it takes time for the brain to heal, and each person is individual. So I can't give you a good time frame if you've had a stroke or you know somebody that has had a stroke, what their recovery time can be. It can be short. It can be, usually most people recover 6 to 12 months after their stroke. Some people, if it's a massive stroke, take years to recover, and every person is different. So that's all going to be done. Now I'm going to switch subjects a little bit and go into cooking. I know I had a lovely lady that wanted a Bellini cocktail, and I'm going to say this, I will be more than happy to show you how to do a Bellini. It's not going to be right away, because I think the alcoholic drinks of my video have come to an end. My husband no longer drinks because of the medications, and I have cut down on my alcohol consumption, and I'm not the one that has the experience in making cocktails. Now, can I make cocktails? I can do that. It just wouldn't be the same without my husband's participation, and I don't think my husband will be participating much in the videos going forward, just based on the way that he currently is, and I don't want to make him uncomfortable on the camera. And all of you guys that have commented and left me beautiful comments regarding his stroke all have said pretty much the same thing, that, you know, don't force him to be on camera, let him heal in his own time. So that's probably what's going to happen and going forward. Now, I have given a lot of thought, and I have come to a decision regarding my cooking with Joel videos. Those are going to be slowly coming back, but they're no longer going to be daily. They may not even be weekly. They may be a couple of times a month. They may be sporadic. I'm moving on to a new chapter of my life, and I have some difficult decisions coming up regarding my life of what I want to do. I'm spending more time at the pantry helping other people, and going forward I'm going to have to spend more time with my husband helping him recover from this stroke. So my cooking shows are probably going to slowly come to, I don't want to say an end, but I may not be doing them as often anymore. I'm also thinking I have pretty much taught you guys most of the stuff I know how to do. Now, there'll be times where we'll just have a fun video and I'll do something that I'll think of and I'll share it with you guys. But moving forward, there's going to be some decisions that I need to make regarding the video. Now, YouTube has been sensational. They have been bombarding me with suggestions and wanting me to grow the channel more. And I've kind of put them, I don't want to say on the back burner, but that's kind of what I've done with them. I do appreciate them looking at my videos, trying to figure out how to get more viewers and stuff. And I am kind of, at this point of my life, happy with the way that the channel currently is, that it's not reaching a tremendous audience, but I have a 300 tight-knit group that watches my videos. There are two reasons why I'm saying this. One reason I'm saying this is I'm older. I'm not in my 20s or my 30s or even my 40s anymore. If I was in my 20s, I would probably spend most of my time growing the YouTube channel and trying to reach the larger audiences. At this stage of my life, however, I'm scaling back now, and I'm happy with where I have gotten to be, and I'm okay with not being big. Now, most people look for it because they want to make money off of YouTube, and that's great. Those people, God bless them, they have great content, they have great videos. That wasn't what my channel was about. My channel, when I first started to do it, and it had nothing to do with cooking, it actually had to do with me in the Jeeping lifestyle. For those of you that don't know or haven't been with me since I started the channel almost 8 years ago. Can you believe I've been on YouTube for 8 years now? And you would have to go back to the very, very beginning, and I don't even know if half of those videos are still there or if I actually deleted them, but I did off-roading and travel videos. And then, over the course, a couple of my friends said, well, you should do a cooking video, and then I thought, you know, a lot of my recipes, I'm the only one that knows how to cook them, and if family members want the recipes or want to see how my family used to cook something, I made them for my kids. So, does this mean I am closing out my YouTube video channel? No. I'm just not going to be as active as I once was. So, they're going to be more sporadic. They're not going to be daily anymore. And moving forward, we'll see what I do. I would like to do more gardening videos this year. However, I'm not doing any gardening videos just because I don't have the time, and two, I'm too tired to do any gardening this year. And I'm okay. I have enough stuff. I'm going to get ingredients to make the peach jams and the blueberry jam, and we might add a new jam or jelly this summer. And if I do that, then I will definitely bring you guys along for that. So I'm going to close out the video and say thank you guys so much for supporting me, for all the love and the kindness. Be kind to everybody. That's just my philosophy. You know, if the world would get along with their fellow people, the world would be a much better place. Now, I know that's not going to be able to happen. People have arguments. I mean, everybody has an argument, but it's like the hate that is out there needs to change. And you need to look inside you and actually ask yourself, are you happy with your life? And if you're answering no, I don't like the person I've become or the person who I used to be, make small changes. And you will actually be surprised at how much better you will feel. Now, there are going to be some grumpy people out there, and you know what? That's okay. Let them be grumpy. If that's what life was meant for them, let them be like that. So, anyway, I'm going to close this out. I have actually got to mow the grass here in the pantry. I will see you guys on the next stroke care, and those videos will be coming to a close fairly soon. I will probably wrap that up probably in the next 2 weeks when my husband officially stops his therapies. And I may just do a monthly series for that, with the stroke care going on post-stroke care. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next Cooking with Joel, Chatting with Joel, Stroke Care with Joel, or Gardening with Joel. So stay tuned for those videos down the road.